Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Maelstrom. This is a multiplayer naval combat game. It's by Gunpowder Games LLC. It's currently in early access on, as you can see, it's 0.0.24 alpha, so very, very early access on Steam. And it's currently 10% off at $17.99 US, normally $19.99 US. I haven't played much of it. I played the tutorial because it pops you right into it immediately as soon as you start the game up, before you can even change your settings. And I did like 2 solo versus bots games just to kind of try and figure out what's going on. It doesn't really... It explains the very, very, very basics, but not much beyond that. So I think the only thing left to do now is to actually play some multiplayer and see how we do and how we fare. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Now I've got the human captain, and I've taken the Ashbourne ship because it said it was the easiest one to deal with. Oh, okay, now battle's beginning. Okay, I was gonna say that was a bit weird when it started everybody right together there, but I guess it was trying to get everyone loaded in. I guess that's what that was. Wow, we did a whole lot of damage to him. So that's just a Goblin Raider. I think this is just an NPC there. Not an actual player character, so then we can grab all the stuff that they've left behind here. There's another Goblin Raider. Yeah, I think these are just NPCs, and then you've got regular player characters out there too. Ooh, someone shot across my bow. Alright, and there's a current, unfortunately, which means I'm not able to grab that stuff before it goes into the hands of the enemies. So there's lots of currents that you can follow around. And I'm just using the mouse and keyboard for this. I did try the controller a little bit earlier during the training, and it's not any real... there's no advantage to using that versus using the mouse and keyboard, honestly. So... just a better thing altogether here. Now there's lore about humans and orcs and all kinds of things going on here as far as the game world is concerned, but they don't really go too much into it. You can see also it's got kind of a battle royale thing going on here where the map starts to encroach on you. And you gotta get out of the red areas, or else you'll get eaten by monsters. There are monsters in the game. Let's just bang into them, shall we? There we go. To him. Okay, and let's see. Oh, he's collecting all that stuff up. Let's try and get over here. Just trying to get away. I'm doing very, very little damage. Very little damage. He's damaging me more than I'm actually damaging him right now. See if I can spin around here a bit. Man, my aim is just completely off right now. Go, and I'm just taking the brunt of most of that damage. Oof, now I got somebody else here. Oh, and that's all she wrote for me. And I'm in a little boat now. I don't know what to do once you're in a little boat. I don't know if this is just to spectate, if that's what this is for, or what. I suspect it's just to spectate, because you can't do anything, as far as I know. Yeah, all these guys are in this other ship here, which is like got a ton of armor, but can't really take a ton of damage. That's about it. So yeah, I guess this little skiff is just so you can spectate on what's going on, because there's no way to like respawn that I know of. At least they don't tell you how to do it. So it's kind of seeing how they go about things here. They're all like, they all seem to be in the same exact ships. You know, I mean, there's no real difference there. So I can't collect anything either. Yeah, so it looks like there might be balancing issues here, because literally they're just in, they've all taken the same ships, basically, which leads me to believe that there's still a whole lot of imbalance in the game. But, you know, that was our first foray. And we get some of this in-game currency going, which then allows me to upgrade my, it goes into our thing here, and then I can start to upgrade my cannons and stuff. We have the Widow's powder, which I don't know exactly how to fire that off. Like it's a power up to try and do things, try to speed up your reload ability, but I don't know exactly how that works. I got Ironhead, you know, Leviathan in order to do that. Utility, can't do anything yet. Nothing down there. Script of hard points and crew. That's not what I wanted to do at all. That is definitely not what I wanted to do at all. Let's try and get we gotta get our captain back on here again. I only have the one captain right now. Do that. And I don't have any mates to help out either. Tier 1 for Tier 2. I can go to Tier 2 for 2,750 golds, which I don't have. Trying to learn how all these things work. What is Cinder? From a distance. Okay, this is my ship. This is the Cinder, and then the Fury's Hold. So these are the other different ships. Yeah, these are the, you see how it says the difficulty on them and what to use them. Hull and armor. How do I like increase the hull and armor and stuff? They really do drop you in here without really telling you anything. I guess these are just things that are just based on what level I am over here, I guess. I don't know. Let's play another round and then see if I get enough money to grants a cannonball damage bonus for a brief time after fully reloading the ship's cannons. Will it? How do I? Oh, okay, yeah. And I'm not sure how to activate any of those things. All right, let's just go into battle, and then we'll try and figure this out as we go. It looks like that's what they're trying to get you to do. All right, we got ourselves into another battle, and I think I understand these power-ups and stuff now. They're over in the corner there, 1, 2, 3, and right-click and the space bar. So I think I understand how I'm supposed to do power-ups now, which it didn't really handle in the tutorial, and I didn't really notice those icons over there. So now that I noticed them, we can do something about that, hopefully. Okay, let's see if I can grab some of this. Oh, you got armored galleon here. don't know what the one does. Number one does something. Now, spacebar speeds me up as far as the reload is concerned. But still not sure. I'm hitting the one key, but I don't think it's doing much for me. Go. And let's see if I can get... up, and he just rammed me. Huh. Alright, so I'm gonna be on the losing side of a lot of things here. Because they just literally just rammed me and knocked me out that way. So it's got sort of a... it's got kind of a battle royale going on, is what it feels like. Only a naval battle royale, which is interesting. I was trying to do the boarding action stuff, and it worked a little bit, but not a whole lot. Let's purchase that. So tier 2 now. I see, I automatically got that when I purchased the next tier ship on there. And old cinder, okay. Alright, well, we'll drop into another battle then. Alright, another battle begins. Let's be maybe a little bit more tactical, possibly. So I'm guessing I'm the blue thing. Yeah. We are facing off against Donald Trump, apparently. Beckett. Trying to avoid getting hit right away, shall we? Let's get into the fog here, and that will hide us for a bit. There's also something to be collected right here. Looks like. Some firepower. Okay. Excellent. Stick in here for a little bit more. And then, yeah, I must be the blue icon. Yeah, I'm the blue icon, alright. There's a red skull there, which I think is a monster, if I'm not mistaken. And we got this Maelstrom here, which allows you to go really fast to get away from pursuers. So that's what we're going to do here. As long as you don't get sucked down into it. Okay. Oh, everybody and their grandmother is over in that corner. No, thank you. Let's see if I can get a good shot off over here. Oof. Oof, I say. Oh, somehow I totally whiffed on that. Go. FBI agent was the name of somebody. There we go. Let's not get sucked into the Maelstrom, shall we? And everybody's in this area now, and I'm going against the grain there, and that's not gonna work too well. Let's come around this way and see if I can grab some of the loot that just is stuck in the currents. It's very hard to control sometimes, especially when you gotta pick things up by rolling over them, but so far so good there. Around this way. I think Super Cowman just died, it looks like. Okay, everybody's over on this side now. See if I can get some shots off, shall we? Oh, he knocked me into the Maelstrom. That bastard. That rat bastard. That rat bastard. He was going to die and he took me out with him. Alright, well, that was a thing. So, 3 players left there. I did pretty good, I think, that time. Starting to get the hang of it a little bit. What was my rank? 4? That's not bad. Got 2 bounties I picked up. Alright, 2,700. Very nice. So maybe I can upgrade my ship a little bit more now. Maybe. We'll see. Hide that chat because it is already, for a game that's brand new, the chat's already toxic. 6,000 gold. I don't have that yet, do I? And I can't do anything on these, right? Like, it's just basically just keep grinding that. Is that really how it goes? There's nothing else. Like, it seems very, very limited right now. Obviously, so these are different factions, the dwarves and humans and all that stuff. Dwarves, you got humans, dwarves, and orcs. And obviously I can buy other things, but I don't see the point in it yet. I guess the thing is there's so little in here right now that I'm not like I would like to spend some of this to try and I guess if I have no chests. I don't know if this goes all the way to the end, does it mean I get a chest out of it if I don't pay anything? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like it very briefly, like it had some hints here, right? Like if I go on this golden experience bar, every time the bars fill, levels gain and rewards are granted. So I guess that's my experience bar. Oh, this is just gold. This is just the experience bar. I got it. All right, and that's the purchasing the ships. Hovering over to main stats, cannons and equipment, unique passive ability that's always active, ship's equipment, and portrait to assign, and captains add powerful abilities. All right, I mean that's basically all there is to it. So let's just keep jumping into a couple matches and see what we come up with here. All right, we got another battle here. Let's see if I can try a boarding action on this. Can I do a boarding action on this guy? No, because I guess because it's an AI ship maybe, or because it's just a small ship. There you go. Take that. And you do take damage if you hit the rocks, so I'm trying not to, gotta be very careful about that. So I like that they put some AI in here. So I got the boarding action on this guy. And I seem to be doing some damage to him. Really after me here. No? Yep. It was just a foregone conclusion that I wasn't gonna come out of that one. Because I think they just know, like, oh, I'm in a superior ship. I could just sit here and just keep harboring, you know, keep nagging on you until they get what they want. So That's unfortunate, but yeah, there's still a lot of balancing issues, I think, in the game. This is definitely suffering from being probably far too early here. Can I? That was 6,000, right? Yeah. All right, we'll jump in one more. Let's do one more, and then we'll call it a video, huh? All right, we got another battle. Jumped into another match. I think I like the idea of what they're going for here. I mean, obviously it feels a lot like a battle royale. And those are a dime a dozen these days, but it's so threadbare at the moment. I mean, it's cool, but yeah, it's very threadbare. Like, this is not the first naval sort of multiplayer game that I've played. There's another one called Unarmed Bounty that I need to get back into at some point. But I mean, the thing about that is it felt more, I mean, I know this is like a fantasy setting, which is cool and all, but it feels very, very threadbare. Which is unfortunate, because I think they have a lot going for them here. If they could just, if it was in the oven a little bit longer. There's no, I mean, obviously you're going to have balancing issues when you're in early access and all those things, but it doesn't, there's not a whole lot here that would keep me going for more than a couple minutes at a time, I would think. I'm not seeing a whole lot of compelling things right now. I mean, the setting is obviously compelling, but as far as like combat and stuff, yeah, not so much. Not so much right now. Let's see if I can get a shot off edgewise here on those guys. Yeah, we got this guy up here who's going to be a problem. I'll just do a little drive-by on him. Yeah, we got another guy right on our tail. Let's see, those guys have so much armor that it just feels very unfair for me to be matched up against them. I guess, again, the other thing is it's so early on that I can't really get a good pairing in a match where I feel like I'm not completely outgunned and outmaneuvered in every respect of the term. So I think that's another issue. It looks like there's a teams thing there too, so I don't know if there's, I mean, right now it's just solo, so I'm guessing there's like team-based matches that they're probably going to do at some point. That might be interesting. But again, as far as I know, none of that's in here right now. So I can't comment on what that's going to be. Ooh, that guy knocked me out of the thing there a little bit. Let's get back this way, shall we? Come on. I am just stuck in this, yep. Just stuck there where you can't even, like, I couldn't, just trying to get out of there, but somehow these guys are continually able to shoot me even while I was stuck there, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know, I'm really on the fence about it. I don't know what to make of the game thus far. It's just, Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of it. It's an interesting concept. It's not one that hasn't necessarily been done before. Like I said, there's other multiplayer games out there that are kind of in the same vein, but don't necessarily do the whole battle royale thing. This is kind of a little bit merging a little bit of the battle royale, I guess, with the with the map kind of squeezing in on you and all that stuff, and also the naval combat, and then there's like the fantasy theme, which I'm not sure why it's there. I mean, it doesn't enhance anything really as of yet, unless they intend on making some sort of reason for having all these different factions, or I don't know. I guess maybe it'll have faction versus faction, and that's where the team stuff comes in. I couldn't tell you. This is one of those things where I think it's so early on, I can't really tell you what direction they're going in, other than to say that it's very, very basic and very bland. Which I hate to say, because obviously it's early access. It's not even like it's 0.0.24. I mean, it's as early as, I mean, super, super early. But I guess that, coupled with the fact that it's $20 on Steam, and it's like, you're really, really limiting yourself right now. You can never get a second chance to make a good first impression. And right now, the first impression I have of this is it's meh. Just plain meh right now. Which is unfortunate, but it's, something to keep on your radar for later on. I would not spend any bucks on this right now in its current state. I would wait quite a bit and come back to it later. Like give it another 9 months to cook in the oven, I think, and then come back to it, I'd say. But again, something you can just kind of throw on your radar for later. But this has been Maelstrom. It is by Gunpowder Games, and it's currently 10% off at $17.99, normally $19.99 on Steam. It is in early access. And as always, I will leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.